Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Is It Worth the Grind video. And today we are going to be looking at the E50M and later on at the Leopard 1 and kind of compare them. Even though they're more different than some people think they are, it's not that easy to compare them because they are completely different. They have to be played completely differently. So yeah, the E50M. Uh, this is the German tier 10 medium, the medium. Uh, is it worth the grind? Oh well, yeah, it is. Even though some tanks in the line weren't that great, but the E50M is a beast, and you should definitely get it. So before we get into the E50M, this is what a good armored medium tank should do on this map. Get here and spot everything and kill everything. These guys will be so sour. Like when I saw this E1, I was the happiest bunny around because I knew that first of all, even if he was shooting gold, he can't kill me, and if he wasn't shooting gold, then he can't pen me really. And that's exactly what kind of happened. And yeah, he gets owned. I said got owned. That was sitting here. This caravan is late to the party, but he'll get owned as well. He can't pen me. What are you even thinking? And the E75 is even more late for the party. And these guys were just they got owned so hard. Look at that. Four dead tanks trying to kill me and I'm still more than half health. What the fuck? So let's get back to the E50M. Let's start with the armor. The armor, it's a mix really. Like the turret is the same turret you get on the E50, which is kind of shit. As you can see here, I'll get a shot in the face pretty soon by an IS-3, and he didn't even hit the front of my turret, which should be the one pen, but he hit the side from the front, and it's still pen with an IS-3 with 200 pen. So the A50M's turret is kind of bad. Here I just waiting. It's really nice when you get into this spot. You should always wait because you see on the mini map, my team was sitting there for a while trying to see if anybody else was coming, and the same as their team. They all stopped aim at me, and so I'm just sitting here waiting, doing nothing, and letting them get back to the game instead of just looking at me all the time. The upper plate is alright though. It's only 120 mil, but it's really nicely sloped, and if you angle it, you really stand a chance to bounce a shot or two. The side armor is 80, which is alright for a medium tank, so you can do some side scraping like against tier 8 enemies. It basically gets the same armor layout as the Tiger 2, only it's better sloped, and this thing has a really powerful engine. So basically what you're looking at is a Tiger 2 on steroids. And then comes the gun. Oh man, this gun. 10.5 centimeter gun, 390 average damage, around 8-second reload, and penetration of 270, which is probably the highest penetration of all the tier 10 mediums, which is really nice. And the accuracy is 0.3 with 2.1 second aiming time, and that gets us to the equipment. I don't use either word stab or gunline ground this thing. I don't think it's really necessary. This thing aims and shoots like no one else, nothing else. Maybe the Leo gets quite close, but still, this is the sniper. And yeah, here the IS-3 trolls me. But back to the equipment. Ventilation, coated optics, and what else? Gunner armor, of course. Uh, the gun length drive would be useful maybe in 8.3 prior to 8.6, but now it's just not needed. I mean, I can hit everything I ever wanted to, and I don't really have to aim that much. So I rather have the vents and coated optics instead of the gun length drive. So yeah, for cruise kills, really the standard. There's nothing special to it. Maybe you can try camo later points, like when you have 3-4 screw skills, but no, not at the start. Your usual repairs, 6 cents, all that jazz. There's nothing much to it, really. There are so many ways to get this tank that I ain't talking about tier 6s and lower, because there's like 5 ways to get this tank, and they all are viable. Only thing I really don't recommend to play you to play it in tier 6 is the VK 3001 P. That's probably the worst tier 6 medium tank in the game. But the tier 7, the Panther. Panther is pretty nice. Panther kind of prepares you for this gameplay. It's a bit slower than the E50s, and it doesn't have that kind of an armor, but it's pretty nice of a sniper, and it's a nice tank with that 200 penetration in tier 7. It's a kind of a beast of a gun. Then comes the Panther 2, which is I have mixed feelings about that tank. Now when Indian Panzer is in the game, the Pathology definitely has to be rebalanced. This is just worse than the Indian Panzer in every way, so there's no point of playing it. And yeah, the E50 is the E50 is probably my favorite Tier 9 medium as well because it has really nice DPM compared to the other Tier 9 mediums because it's kind of lowish penetration with 220, but it's mostly enough for whatever you're shooting at. So yeah, E50 is really a nice tank to play, and the E50M, as you can see, is a fucking beast. That T69 was such a fucking asshole. Why the fuck do you go in front of me? Go around, you lazy fuck. And besides, you can't bend the Jagdpanzer even with these shitty heat shells. Fucking moron. And yeah, so as you see, I took the middle and I was really patient in the middle, which is really nice tactic for an E50 there. You take the middle, then you let the enemy team calm down, and then you start to pick your targets and start to snipe them away. And basically, this game is kind of over already. There's one FA left that won't be peeking out to get that shot in the face because probably he's shooting Hesh and he doesn't even have to bend. So he's just gonna splash me to death if I go out. So I'm just gonna wait for somebody else to die and then kill him. But yeah, the E50M is a beast of a tank. You can act as a sniper, you can act as a scout, you can act as a medium brawler as well with ease. This tank is really flexible. The gun depression is another lack this tank have, but then again, the gun depression is something you can overcome by the way you play. So just pick the flat spots and work with it. So this game was quite epic. I killed that AFK lower, but still, I decided why not? Why should I risk to get shot in the face by Jagdpanzer instead of just shooting the low and then risk to get shot in the face by Jagdpanzer? So yeah, it was alright. And 7k damage done, 6k spotting. It was my best game in the E50M so far. So yeah, it was quite alright. So yeah, 7 kills, and let's get to the Leopard 1. And I'm gonna play that replay right away, and let's see how the Leopard 1 differs from his tier 10 medium comrade, the E50M. So, as you can see at the start, it's way faster. The acceleration is epic, and the tractor race is really nice as well. And tip for this map, for Westfield: if you're a medium tank, don't fucking go on that bridge and snap. Even you see me driving a Leopard and I'm going to the city, cause fuck that hill and fuck camping. You can always come back to reset the cap, especially with a medium tank. But if you just sit there and let your team die up north, you're gonna lose the game anyway. So always go to the city with a medium tank. There'll be enough idiots to sit there and snipe and do nothing for the whole game anyway, so you don't be one. Just go to the city and play the game. Don't fucking camp. So yeah, even though Leopard is really fast, it's still not the fastest medium. That still goes to the Batchat. We have done drag races and shit, and the Batchat wins. The Leopard has way better tractor race though, like way better. Can't even compare that. This thing this thing is almost as a light tank. You can circles like most of the really heavy tanks and get away with it. So again, let's start with the armor. The armor sucks. There is nothing to talk about the armor. There is no armor. The turret is, it can bounce shots when shots go into auto bounce zone, so 80 degrees or more if they hit the sides or the top or something like that. The gun mantle can have some zero damage pens, but don't fucking count on it. It won't happen when you need it. So it has no armor. You just deal with it and play it as a sniper and scout, and don't get spotted. That's the biggest tip for the Leopard. And then we go to the crew skills. Camouflage is a really nice skill for the Leopards. The Leopard prototype and this thing really needs camouflage, even though the Leopard 1 needs repair skill as well that you didn't need with the Leopard prototype. Leopard prototype has really fast track repairs even if you don't have any repair skill, but the Leopard 1 takes like 10 seconds if you don't have any repair skill, so that is quite bad for Leopard 1, but still, camo is a really viable skill to take because you can shoot them and they can't see you at like 350 meters, which is kind of epic. I haven't played it much after the patch, so I don't know if the bush nerf changed a lot in how this tank acts, but so I can't really tell for sure now. But yeah, 350 meters usually was the margin where you can actually shoot your enemies without them being able to see you. So the gun, it is basically the same gun. It gets like half a second faster reload. This aiming time and the accuracy is about the same. It feels that it aims a bit slower because of the speed you're driving. You're always faster, so your dispersion is way higher. Here I get shot in the face by the E100. I didn't have a proper shot on him, so I didn't even bother. And he gets shot in the face by the tank destroyers anyway, so I'm just gonna nail this 87, which will be kind of sour about life in his 87. He was trying to retreat, but the funny thing about the 87 is that his cupola is just sticking out and I can just shoot it all the time. And FCM got mad at me as well. He wants to kill me now since I'm trying raping his friends, but he won't have the chance. He'll get tank destroyed in the face as well. So yeah, clean up in the city by a leopard. You can easily do that. This tank has the mobility to peekaboo. Peekaboo is really nice thing to do in this tank because the backward speed is epic. It goes backwards like some tanks go forwards. So the equipment, same thing as on the E50M. Vents, optics and gun rammer. No words, stabs or gun lane drives. There's just no need. I mean, the other skills are more useful than the word stab. So yeah, that is what I choose. You can try word stab if you can hit shit with this, but if you can't hit shit with this tank, then there's something wrong with you. There definitely is something wrong with you. Another really nice thing about the Leopard is the gun depression. It gets a lot of gun depression, so you can easily do a hold down, peekabooing as well. Just peek out, shoot, and then peek back. This was fucking risky. I didn't know if the Yak Panzer fired or not, so I was almost almost needed a new pants after that one, but it went well, so no worries. And now I see that my other flank has failed, so I can easily go back. It has takes no fucking effort, but I had a good game so far. I did a lot of damage, but these fucking campers, they probably didn't do shit. They probably get spotted and nailed by the back check. So yeah, this is what I do. Here I kind of fucked up with my aim. There I take an early shot, and here I will have a bad lead as well. That's probably because I played something like a British tier 10 tank destroyer before this thing, so my lead was kind of off. But oh well, I nailed this guy in the third time anyway. So yeah, the Leopard, it's completely different. As you can see, this tank plays completely different. This thing don't want to be spotted, and it don't want to be fired at all. You can't. It, the worst enemy of this thing is the French autoloaders. Like the 3090 will nail you so bad. When you play the Leopard prototype, you will have to learn to not get into situations where the French scouts can rush you, because they will just murder you. This thing has no chance, especially the Leopard prototype with the 10-second reload. It has no chance against the scouts at all. This thing at least reloads fast, so you can kind of shoot back, but not the Leopard prototype. So yeah, this was an alright game. I cleaned up city, I cleaned up cap, and here I'm gonna shoot one more camper, and this game will be over as well. So, is the Leopard prototype worth the grind? I'm pretty sure it is. It's a fun tank. I mean, you you really have to decide if you want to get one of these tanks. I don't know. I would go for E50M, but it's probably because I like to play more aggressively more than this camping, sniping, assassination style of play. So yeah, I would go for the E50M, but Leopard one is a really nice tank as well, and I completely recommend both of these tanks. So yeah, is the end plates of the E50M game, which was my best E50M game. But for the future, I'm probably gonna do a mouse review pretty soon since I got that thing. Probably going. I need to get ace tankers. I always want to get ace tankers before I do my review. So Turtus and the T-34/1 is on the list as well, but that will take some time probably. So yeah, if I forgot some tanks that you wanted to see, then just remind me in the comments of this video. And hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one.